Hi, I'm Jeff, and I am here at the request of the folks from Lincoln Tactical. Actually, I'm here because I live here, but I'm doing this video review at the request from the folks from Lincoln Tactical. They would like me to review my favorite butter knife. We don't exactly know why, but that's what the request was. So let's take a look at a few of the butter knives. Here's some common butter knives. This is what you would see at a fancier party than what I typically go to. I don't believe this one's ever been used in our house. This little guy here is a more standard butter knife that you would find in a silverware drawer. I typically carry my own butter knife around in my pocket. That's another handy one. My favorite butter knife, however, is one that Buck Knives came out with in the mid-80s, I think about 1984. They came out with their model 164. They refer to it as the Buckmaster. We'll refer to it today as the Buttermaster. So we will take a little closer look at these guys and test drive a few of the knives here in a second for you. Okay, so to give these guys a little test drive, we've got your standard All-American wheat toast with the more common butter knife. What we're going to have to do, we're going to have to take a little bit of butter, you're going to spread it on the toast. Now we ran out of butter on the knife, so we got to go back over and pick up a little more butter. We're going to spread that around, and it does waste quite a bit of time. I'm not one to waste time. So if we switch over to the Buttermaster, what we can do with that guy, we can take a good clump of butter. We can butter that toast. We can switch over to the next piece of toast, still having the butter on here. We can give that one, we can actually even go back to the first bit of toast, which we didn't do a very good job. You can slather that guy up. Butter back on the plate. We're done. Alright, so another aspect to look at when you're choosing a quality butter knife is versatility. And my family does a fair amount of camping. My son's an Eagle Scout. We don't always camp, as you can see, in nice weather. It's sometimes winter camping. The butter is not always in your 65, 68 degree climate controlled kitchen. One common camping butter knife has a serious problem when we come up with the frozen butter. You would think this one is a little more substantial, might have a little better outlook. No, it's got the same problems. Just can't get through the frozen butter in the camping climates. So if we wanted to take a peek at what the Buttermaster can do with this guy, watching the fingers, it slices right through that frozen butter without a problem. That's what I'm talking about in a versatile butter knife. Let's go back inside for a minute. So in all seriousness, let's take a look at the Buckmaster for what it actually is. Again, it's made by the Buck Company in mid-80s. I think I got this in about 1983. If we take a look at it, take it out of the sheath, a little history on the knife. They made it actually going after a contract for the Navy SEALs. I think with a few modifications, the inclusion of a bayonet ring on the knife, slightly different model, they got the contract. This knife was actually discontinued shortly thereafter, but it's a good hunk of steel, very stout knife, made for survival. You can, and I have, taken down small trees with this knife. It's got small spikes that detach down here. For use as a Buttermaster, these, I'm guessing, are for sticking in the end of the corn cob so that you can eat it, which is extremely handy. The other use for that, you can use it for a grappling hook. You can tie a rope onto the back end of the knife with it in the sheath, throw it up over a tree. Important safety tip, in the sheath, throw it up over the limb, because objects that go up do come down, and it's better if they come down in the sheath. The back of the handle is hollow, so you can throw some small items in there, fishing hooks, whatever you want to do. If you watch the first Rambo movie, you can get a tutorial on what to put in the back of a survival knife. The sheath itself is actually fairly cool. It's got a detachable clip here so you don't have to take your belt off when you want to put the knife on and off of your belt. Leg strap, because it does weigh quite a bit in there, and it tends to move around quite a bit. There is a compass that goes in the sheath up here. You know, Rambo's knife had that little compass in the stock, like a Red Ryder BB gun. Not a great compass. So Buck did give you a halfway decent compass. Stick it in a case on the sheath. One other pretty cool item: they put a sharpening stone in the back of the sheath, covered up so it doesn't get damaged. So that is the Buckmaster in a nutshell. There's your review for Lincoln Tactical. Thanks very much.